everybody, I'm Chantel, and I had this huge stack of discs that I need to throw. With the new season approaching quickly, I need to figure out what new discs are going straight into my bag. So Chris and I thought that we would make a fun challenge out of it. Let's get it going. So for this challenge, we have 12 pairs of discs that are basically exactly the same. We are going to be picking a hole and throwing the disc for the first time ever, and we're going to see who does it better and if we want it in our bag. I think that this is a fun way to try out all the discs without going to the field and just having a boring fieldwork session. Now I can beat Chris at something. So for the first hole, it's around 300 feet. So we're gonna be throwing the F Model OS. This is the new ProFlex plastic, so I'm really excited about this one.
All right, you're up first.
Which one do I want? Which one's prettier?
Nice skip for me.
Oh, I threw it into the ground, but it seemed like a nice flight.
Okay, watching Chantel's throw, it looked pretty straight. Didn't look like it was gonna fade heavy. And so I went more straight at it, and I really like that. That's actually what I'm looking for when I throw my instinct, but this one seems more reliable. My instinct is beat in, so you don't really know if it's gonna be too stable, if it's gonna turn over. This, I don't know, this is pretty nice.
We even got some new putters to try out. I usually putt with the PA3 and 200 plastic, but right now we're gonna be trying the 300 soft. That'll do. Oh!
Ooh, that looked like it was gonna start fading out. I gotta get used to this putter.
So my throw wasn't that good. I threw it into the ground. I have a hole in my bag, and this is gonna fit perfectly in it. I need a driver that's slightly more stable that I can trust in a headwind, but that's not gonna get too much skip like my D3s. So obviously Chris threw that better, so I think it's safe to say he won this point.
Yeah, baby.
This hole is clearly a forehand hole, so we chose to throw the D1, which is a fast, overstable driver. I don't know how stable these are, but it's not that far. I think I can reach 250. I'm sure Chris will have no problem. Holy. Did you see how stable that was?
Wow.
Oh, that worked so much better for you.
Yeah, that thing's a meat hook for sure. Okay, so I already have my very overstable forehand disc, but this could replace it if I needed one.
Okay, so the D1, this seems to be very overstable, maybe a little bit too fast for my forehand. So I don't think that this will be making it into my bag.
Okay, this hole, 300 feet. I'm gonna try the D3s for this one. I know these ones run a little more stable. I think it's gonna work out great for me.
Well, that worked out. Like Chris said, I think these are gonna be more stable, so I'm gonna try and put an anhyzer on it.
Get up there.
It's stable, but that flew really nice when you throw it right. Chris is in a little bit of a pickle right now. He has to do some kind of anhyzer. Okay, that was pretty good. I'll have to give you that. I thought that I was much closer. I still got a pretty long putt here.
Yeah, you do.
Oh.
Oh. Okay. I think it's safe to say you definitely won the point on that one.
Oh, thank you. So as you all know, the D3 is my favorite disc. That D3 in particular, pretty stable. I definitely have to beat it in. And I think I already have 6 D3s in my bag. So it'll be a nice backup. What'd you think about it, Chris?
Oh, I'm not ready.
Oh.
Okay, so I actually really enjoy the D3, so I might be putting that in my bag. Maybe the Miss Frisbees one though, because the stamp's cooler. But they're a little more stable than my Shrike that I currently have, and I really like that because it's just a little more reliable right at the end. I also threw that one terribly, but we won't talk about that.
So we have been putting with the 300 Soft PA3s. We're gonna try to throw it off this tee, 200 feet with OB on the right. It's so lovely.
Oh no. No.
He was denied by the tree.
Okay, so for that shot, I would have thrown my beat in Judge, and it would have turned a little bit more than that. So this is a little more stable. I do like it. I think just already in my bag, I have my Link.
Oh!
So I find that this putter doesn't glide as far as my Judge normally would, so it's coming up short a lot. But also maybe I just suck.
I think it's fair to assume that I won this one.
Yes.
Okay. So this PA3 is 300 soft, and it's really nice because it's not too hard. I like when my putters are a little bit grippy and have a little bit of flex to it. It also has a deeper rim, and it also has a bead. So I've really been enjoying this PA3 putter, and the 300 soft is a nice touch because I putt with 200, but this one, it might go in my bag. So for this hole, we got a low ceiling. We're gonna be trying the Falcor on a forehand line. I recently lost my D2 that I loved for my forehand, so I'm trying to replace that. Oh, stable. You know what? That was a pretty good throw. I have to say so myself. Chris has a slight unfair advantage here since he throws good forehands. Maybe he'll hit the tree. Holy schmoly! Are you kidding me?
Okay, I like that.
Well, I think you won.
Okay, so after seeing Chantel throw her sidearm, it looked pretty stable, so I tried to flex it out a little bit, and it did exactly what I thought it would. It would hold the flex for a little bit and then come out. It looked like it would have pretty good skip if I didn't hit the hill. This could potentially make my bag. We'll see.
All right, so I've only thrown it once. It's pretty stable, but I do really like the feel of this plastic. The shape of this disc feels really good for a forehand, so I think I might play with it a little bit more and see if it makes it.
Okay, this hole, it's about 230. I'm choosing the PA4s. This looks like a putter turnover shot. You just gotta hit a gap. Chantel and I would usually throw our PA5s, which we already bag, but I'm gonna try these, see if I can still get the same turn out of it. Which one do you want?
Obviously purple. Okay, the basket is in that little gully there.
Oh, it's turned too much.
Oh!
Turned way more than I was expecting. That's all I got. Oh.
If that didn't hit that tree, I thought I was gonna ace it. So, I thought that I threw the better shot. It looked like the better line. I didn't turn it over too much, but apparently Chris is closer to the basket. What can you do?
Luck, baby.
This tree, it was going in, I swear.
Yeah, it really looked like it.
So this PA4 is 300 soft plastic. That is why it is more understable than the PA5s that we throw. It was really nice because you have to put very low effort in and it just glides and does a nice turn. So if you're looking for a putter that has a nice turn to the right, definitely the PA4.
Okay, I may have been closer, but I'm gonna give Chantel the point on that one because her flight actually looked like it was gonna go in, so we'll give it to her.
Wow, you're so nice. So it seems as though every forehand one we do, Chris wins it. So I'm gonna let him win this one again. You've probably seen me throw this. It's already in my bag, but it's such a great new disc that I wanted Chris to try it too. We're gonna be doing the A5. It's 235 feet. I don't know if I can reach it, but I'm gonna try my best. Yes.
Okay, well that was pretty good. Let me try to do better, I guess.
You can ace it. Oh, he turns it over. Oof.
That is not like my zone.
No, it's definitely not as stable as your zone. It's also the 300 plastic, so.
Requires a lot more touch than I have.
So I've been really loving this A5 and 300 soft plastic because it's not as stable as my distortion for approach shots, and also the distortion really skips. So that's why this is so nice, because it has like a softer landing. If you're looking for a straighter approach disc with not as much fade or skip, this is definitely one that you should look into. All right, Chris, I know you turned it over. You thought it was gonna be more stable, didn't you?
Yeah, normally Forehand is zone that's in a higher quality plastic, so it can take the torque and doesn't require as much touch. I definitely like to try this out again because I feel like you could get it to like hyzer flip, turn over a little bit, and then fade, and that's pretty cool.
I'm super impressed with myself. Well, Chris, you didn't win this forehand this time, so what do you have to say for yourself?
You set me up. You're a cheater. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. Okay, next up we have the 300 plastic M4, which I've been loving the M4s. These are really cute colors, so I'm excited to see how they fly. I'm under the basket.
Ooh, that feels good.
You like it?
Yeah.
Oh, not high enough.
Need more height.
Yeah, right at the basket though.
Okay, first impressions of that disc. The plastic itself is really good in wintertime right now. Still has that tackiness, which I desperately need.
Okay, I am under the basket. Chris threw it hard because he was trying to ace, and he is all the way back here.
Oops.
Are you joking? That was amazing. How do you like that stability at the end?
It's nice because it's so reliable that it's there. You just put it out to the right and it's coming back.
M4, you already know that I have a couple of these in my bag. So this holds 280 feet, has a slight turn to the right. We are going to be throwing the FX4. Not exactly sure how understable these are, so it's going to be exciting to see them fly. The basket is in the middle of those trees.
Those trees.
That had some stability at the end that I was not expecting. But I mean, it flew nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to the right side of it after watching Chantel's throw.
Oh.
Whoa, that ain't flippy.
No, it is not. Definitely needs to be beat in.
Yeah, for sure.
So I've seen people throw the FX4 and it has a beautiful, nice right finish. These are obviously brand new, pretty stable right out of the box. So I'm excited to play with it a little bit more, see if it beats in, and maybe it'll be in my bag.
I think we both lost there. Okay, so this hole's 210. You're thrown over a pond. We're going with the Strider. I know Chantel already bags it, but I've had my eye on it, so I want to give it a go.
In other words, Chris wants to throw it into the pond.
It's not my disc. Oh, it's stable. No.
How do you not know it's stable?
I thought it was like an M4 type deal. I
No.
thought it was gonna turn a little bit.
You
Dang,
silly
I
goose.
wasted my shot.
So Chris should have known that this is one of my more straight to stable mids. It's obviously going to be a little bit more stable when you first throw it, so I'll show you how it's done. Oh, I was scared of the pond, so I threw it really far. Ooh, tough lie, Chris.
I don't even have a plat. Not even gonna try. Woo! Okay, so I didn't get to throw the disc as I wanted to, but it felt so good in my hand that maybe I'll give it another go. I don't really have a spot for it right now, but maybe in the future.
Okay, we have another hole with a low ceiling, kind of turns to the right, almost 300 feet. We are going to be trying out the H7. Right away, these feel amazing. The plastic, 400 plastic, it's so good. Get up there. Oh,
Wow.
I liked that a lot. No! He threw it better! So I think the H7 is going to be really fun to work with. It's already pretty flippy right away. I like something that I can just get a new one and it's going to fly the same as my other one. So definitely going to be putting this in my bag and playing with it a little bit more. Also, I think this could be a really good roller disc because I'm really good at rollers, so that's got to be something that I'm looking for. This hole is 310 feet, has a slight turn to the right. We are going to be trying out these Prodigy X D4s in 400G plastic. I need a new D4 in my bag because it's getting way too beat in. These feel like they're going to be stable though. Let's see how they fly. Whoa! Holy cripes!
Okay, I saw how stable yours was, so I really tried to force it over. I don't think it worked.
So those D4s were quite stable. Definitely need some beating in. Chris almost fell because it was so stable. I really need a new D4, so I'm gonna have to throw these into every tree that I see, and then maybe it'll be perfect. So these D4s are definitely too stable for what I'm looking for, but it does have a nice distance flight, so I think I might bag it just for that, and hopefully it beats into the perfect D4. Okay guys, that is the end of the video. Leave in the comments who you think threw these discs better. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next one.